Hey there, welcome back to the RH Negative Files, and today we are cracking open file number 6, the Lost Tribes of Israel. Did an entire people vanish, or did they become the nations? What if one of the greatest mysteries in history isn't about a lost city? It's about a lost people. The Lost Tribes of Israel. For nearly 3,000 years, people have searched for them. Kings have searched for them, explorers, historians, and even today, entire communities around the world believe they may be descendants of these ancient tribes. But who were they? Did they disappear? Or did they become something else entirely? Let's investigate. According to the Hebrew Bible, Jacob, whose name was later changed to Israel, had 12 sons. Their descendants became known as the 12 tribes of Israel. Each tribe deployed its own identity, its own territory, and for centuries, they formed the nation of Israel. But history was about to change forever. The Great Disappearance. Around the 8th century BCE, the northern kingdom of Israel was conquered by the Assyrian Empire. Many inhabitants were deported. Others scattered. Over generations, records became harder to trace. This is where the phrase "the lost tribes" comes from. Did every member vanish? Not necessarily. Many historians believe that the descendants were absorbed into surrounding populations over time. But because complete records no longer existed, stories and traditions about the lost tribes began to spread. And with those stories came mystery. The search that never ended. For centuries, people have claimed to find the lost tribes. Communities in Africa, India, Central Asia, China, Ethiopia, Europe, and even indigenous groups in America have, at times, been connected to these traditions by various writers and explorers. Some of these communities preserve customs to resemble ancient Jewish practices. Others maintain oral histories linking themselves to Israel. Some claims have historical support, while others remain matters of faith, identity, or traditions rather than the established history. The search continues because the question remains deeply meaningful to many people. The spiritual theory. Now let's step into the esoteric perspective. Some spiritual traditions teach that the 12 tribes represent more than 12 families. They represent 12 spiritual paths, 12 archetypes. Remember my video earlier about the 12 personality types, the archetypes? Oh my gosh, that's crazy. 12 expressions of humanity. Some even connect the number 12 to the 12 zodiac signs, the 12 months, the 12 cranial nerves, or the symbolic order found throughout the traditions. In these interpretations, the lost tribes became a metaphor, not only for people scattered across the earth, but for humanity forgetting its own spiritual identity. The journey home becomes an inner journey as much as a historical one. So, how does Rh negative blood enter this conversation? The ancient biblical texts never mention the Rh factor. However, some modern spiritual writers have wondered whether certain rare genetic traits might preserve traces of ancient populations. Others have suggested that Rh negative blood could symbolize an old lineage that survived through generations. These ideas suggest that the Rh negative blood could symbolize an old lineage that survived through generations. These ideas remain speculative and are not established by historical or genetic evidence. Still, they come to resonate with people who are exploring questions of ancestry, identity, and spiritual heritage. What if lost doesn't mean gone? Here's something that fascinates me. Maybe the greatest mystery isn't whether the tribes disappeared. Maybe it's what the word lost really means. Can a people be lost if their descendants are still alive? Can wisdom be lost if fragments survive in stories? Can identity be lost if it's waiting to be rediscovered. Perhaps the ancient search for the lost tribes is also a symbol of something deeply human. We're all just searching for where we belong. We're all trying to understand where we come from. And in many ways, we're all just searching for home. So I'll leave you with this closing reflection. When you hear the phrase, the lost tribes of Israel, do you think of ancient history, a spiritual metaphor, a family tree waiting to be rediscovered, or a reminder that every generation searches for its origins? Maybe the greatest mystery isn't where the tribes went. Maybe it's why humanity has never stopped looking for them. I'm not here to tell you what to believe. I'm here to invite you to explore the mystery, because every answer begins with a question. I'll see you guys on the next file.